Let's talk about Logan Paul. This man
had a fantastic year.
It's more like
he's had a good year.
Like he
might have a bad year coming depending on his fights if he does get any. But
I'm just looking forward to the Mayweather fight.
If I see, I don't want to talk about it no more.
Hold on, let Dog in. What was the point you brought up about Logan Paul?
Yeah, so he's challenging some pretty heavy hitters, and I was thinking about it, and so like for me on my off time, like I like to watch fighting games, and they've been doing this thing that's called set plays, or not set plays, that's something else. Set matches, where essentially they get 5 players from one team and 5 players from another, and then the first 2 guys go up, and then one guy gets knocked out. The winner stays in that chair, and then the next one comes up, and it's kind of like a relay between it. But it's interesting because sometimes like you just have like a really good player be the first guy on the team, or maybe the other team just sucks, and that one guy will stay in that seat and he'll just run through all other 5. And I was thinking, imagine if we did that for MMA or like boxing. We just had squads go at each other in that like relay system, so it was still 1v1. But the guy who won,
kind of am I understanding it right?
Somebody would die.
You think so?
Somebody would die because that first, y'all gonna have to switch that first person up, boy. Because nigga, if y'all got me going first every time, even if I'm getting through 3, 4 of them, sometimes 5, y'all niggas clean. We all celebrating. I got black eyes and knots on my head because I just fought 5 niggas.
My face disfigured.
I just fought 5 niggas. Y'all, do y'all still know how to fight? Do y'all remember what it was
you
like?
got it.
That's it. Dog. If anything,
it's funny because that actually does happen in the tournaments I watch, where like the other 4 guys, like because they all have headphones and they can all hear each other while they're playing through. So the 4 guys in the back are coaching the guy who's playing.
I'm
sometimes.
like, shut up.
They do tell him that stuff. He's like, dude, I'm focusing, man. Just you all stop talking right now. But every now and then you hear them start talking shit, and he'll be like, man, what the fuck was that? I don't know, but I took him so clean. Or they'll be like, I'm just gonna go to the restroom, man. Looks like you got this. And he's been fucking there, like playing all fucking wired out, doing his best and stuff like that. So I was just imagining, I was like, how funny and interesting would this be to actually watch actual people do it? And can you imagine the hype that would come from one guy taking out a whole other team? Like, dude, it would be crazy. Dude. The other thing about it, though,
it'd be
is that
entertaining
it would have to
for sure, but it definitely wouldn't be.
Every match would be guaranteed at least one vicious knockout.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, well, somebody would get really tired.
Want that. People love
that's
that
what I'm
shit.
saying, but it would be an exhausted knockout. Like somebody's exhausted and somebody's full of energy. Bang! You know what I mean? Like one of them. Ooh.
Anthony
yeah, those suck. I've had that happen.
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson.
I think it might be worse than Nate, because Nate was full of energy when he got knocked out. He might have been tired, like exhausted, out of breath.
I don't know, the way he fell, dude, looked bad.
But it felt bad. But I'm talking about he fell when he got punched. His hands was up, at least trying to punch him or grab him. The fourth guy. And you exhausted from fighting 4 guys, and the number 5 comes in, your hand's not even up. That's the type of knockout I'm talking about. I'm talking about knee to forehead.
Can you like?
Well, it couldn't. So in the way I was thinking in my head when I was kind of like figuring out how the format would work, it wouldn't be able to go like 5 rounds. It would have to be 2 rounds per person.
Okay, so after the second round, the person would switch out regardless.
Yeah, they would count points.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And then they'd be like, all right, this guy won, so so that way he's only, at most, if one guy runs through the entire squad, he's only doing 10 rounds, which is doable. People do it one-on-one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they already have, I think it's in Russia, where they have 5v5 team UFC fights, which is already like ridiculous
going
as
at
it is.
Like, there's no order to it. I think with the lineup system, it would be a little bit more interesting. And then you could have your 5th guy be your anchor. You'd be like, that guy wins.
All you got to do is just double team one person, and then once you get that one person out, boom, they're at a disadvantage. It's a hard climb up.
I'm talking about with the 2 rounds each, because now, even if you're doing just 2 rounds with each, that person's using full steam for that 2 rounds now. There's no pacing. Whereas mentally, like, almost, but I like it, though, because mentally, if you're going in there, you're having to gauge how much you need to put out to win, because it's like
conserve some for the next one,
conserve some for the next one. And this guy who's already been here is like, I can't. He's also doing the same thing because he's already expended some energy, even winning the fight before. So no. Yeah, I fuck with it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to watch, right? There's a lot of team
Kimbo
tactics.
Slice backyard fights?
Is that how they were? I mean, I've seen videos of him getting
Kimbo
knockouts.
Slice backyard fights?
Oh man, those things are brutal.
Boy,
those fights are brutal.
You can just all you hear is the
yep
the raw
the head and the chin and the cheek, bro. Just that sound, bro.
Dog.
Dude, they're like fighting on a freaking garage pavement too. Sometimes I'm just like, bro, come on.
That's where Masvidal. Kimbo Slice is the one who found Masvidal. Nobody knows that. Yeah, Kimbo Slice was really knocking niggas out, right? So he was like, man, I'm tired. There's nobody to fight me. I want to watch some fights. So they literally called Masvidal. Masvidal tells the story. He was like, I was in a drive-thru, and I was getting some burgers and shit. And they were like, hey, do you want to fight in 3 hours? He was like, fuck yeah, I want to fight. And then he went out, and if you type it in, you'll see one of Masvidal's first fights. His first 4 to 5 fights, you'll see their backyard fights, and it's Team Kimbo. Like, they took him out to dinner after and everything. Like, he wouldn't be into he fought, obviously, but he wouldn't be into competitive fighting if it wasn't for Kimbo Slice.
That phone call.
And shortly after Kimbo went in the UFC, same with Masvidal. It's crazy.
Wait, so he actually fought Kimbo, though, at that, like, call-up?
No. He fought somebody else. Kimbo was too big.
Oh, okay.
Kimbo was not human. Like,
yeah, that dude's massive.
Yeah, like, he really wasn't human.
Gorilla,
like,
literally.
Yeah, dude. Literally, like, traps of a god. Like, that man was too big. And then when I seen a man his size, but he just didn't seem his size, where he's like, hit me. And he puts his hands down. You remember that scene?
I do remember that scene.
And the guy, I'm telling you, this guy squares up with all his energy, and he hits him like 2 times. Kimbo straightened his jaw. Bang, bang. And then Kimbo's like, you pussy or you bitch or something. And he just pushes him. He doesn't even punch him.
And he falls too, doesn't he?
He pushes him and falls. The guy doesn't want to fight after that. You just see
I saw that.
The guy's just like, man. He's like, hey, chill out, dog. Chill out. His eyes trying to escape his face. He's just like, dog, man. Why are we still fighting? What is this? Kimbo's still like, no, come on. When you love these, I'm like, damn, Kimbo.
I know. Like, damn, dude.
It was, I don't know, man. There was something primal about seeing that scene. I think I know what you're talking about because I saw a little bit of that. There's just something primal where you just see, like, somebody submit to an alpha, or I was just like, damn. Like,
real deal alpha. That's exactly what it is. Like, he just, like, dude, that dude was big, and he turned him into, it was just sad. It was sad to see. That man, when somebody breaks you like that, it's permanent.
Yeah.
That's not.
That was a hard humble.
That was
an irreversible humble.
A lesson.
Oh, dude.
It's
so funny because so the only time I've ever seen that or anybody's ever told me about that happening was with their dog. It went out and it got attacked by a street dog. And he was like, dude, he was just never the same again. Like, he was just completely depressed. Like, he thought he was tough shit. And some other dog broke him. And after that, he would just stay at home. Dog, he never walked past that fence again. I was just like, what?
I always talk about these moments. I even said it about the Jake Paul Nate Robinson fight. I said, dude, there's gonna be a moment where Jake Paul hits Nate Robinson, and we're gonna see it in his eyes, where Nate Robinson finally realizes, lose. Shit, I could lose. And I'm telling you, I've seen my homie fight somebody bigger than him, and like he was papping him. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing, right? And then like, homie like caught him in a weird way, but it was like the side of his chin. But he kind of dodged it enough to where he kept it pushing. But I seen when they spaced out and they squared back up, I was like, yo, my homie not confident like he I was like, yo, like you seen it. Now all of a sudden he worried about the punch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just see it. It's just like, man, it's different. And that moment when he punched him, and he pushed him to the ground. He didn't punch him. He pushed him. Broken man. That's what happens
when you're a damaged man.
You take that punch, you turn into a damaged man.
Well, back to the Logan Paul thing real quick. It's the point of this conversation. So, I hope Mayweather knocks him out.
I refuse to say that because
I don't want to see Mayweather dance around the
Gene,
ring. I want to see him knock him out.
Gene, first off, Mayweather's not dancing around no ring. Mayweather's going to have the same confidence Nate Robinson had.
What?
He should. He's a professional.
What do you mean then?
Nate Robinson didn't think he could lose.
Okay, yeah.
Mayweather don't think he can lose.
I agree, yeah.
I don't think Mayweather can lose.
Okay.
But anybody get punched in the face is somebody getting punched in the face. So now the real problem here is, does Mayweather have enough power in his punches for Jake?
How old is Mayweather now?
30.
Oh, he's 30.
40?
Yeah, he's still in his 30s,
Yeah,
but late 30s.
Late 30s.
Let me look it up real quick.
So if he can't generate enough power in his punch to keep Jake back, then Jake could just eat a couple of punches and bong.
Born February 24th, 1977. So that's actually
He's 40.
Yeah, I was about to say that's 40.
No, he's 43.
Man.
He's 43.
That's kind of old.
It is old.
I don't think Mayweather can generate that much energy or that
You know
much
what I'm
force.
saying? So, like, if Jake can eat his punches, then what are we talking about? Just take the punches and then look for the knockout. The problem is,
Logan Paul.
if Mayweather still has his feet.
He's 25?
Because
Jake Paul. I looked up Logan Paul.
No, you're right. You looked up the right one.
I did?
Yeah.
I get confused with them all
Because
the time.
if Mayweather can keep his feet, right, and Mayweather realizes, because Mayweather's going to test out his punch and see if Jake can take it. If Mayweather sees he can take it, he's outboxing him for the rest of the match. But then we don't have what we want.
That's what I think he's going to do. That's how he's always fought.
Jake Paul's the younger sibling?
Yes. Logan Paul's the more popular one.
Yeah. I guess that's probably why I get confused all the time, because I hear Logan Paul all the time. This is my first time ever hearing about Jake Paul, honestly.
He's just Jake Paul.
He's going to bop him. He's going to stack up points, and then he's going to evade. I mean, that's always been the way he fights. Like, he's not going to...
That's what I said.
I'd be surprised if he knocks him out or he tries to knock him out.
How many rounds did they do? They had 6 rounds planned. I think Mayweather...
With Nate?
No.
What are you talking about?
Nate, sorry. I think Mayweather outboxes him for 4 rounds and then tries to knock him out in the last 2. Because if he outboxes him for 4 rounds, he's won the fight. And then he just needs to try and finish it.
Yeah.
And then he can say, I was toying with him and then went for the kill.
Yeah.
But really, he was just making sure he won the match.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to let Jake outbox you.
No,
but it's also not possible.
Yeah, I agree with that. That would be
honestly, I'll be dead ass
extremely baffling.
Okay.
That would. Whoa.
I'll say something right now. Then this is gonna make me feel better.
All right.
Mike Tyson would have beat Jake Paul.
Yeah. Pummeled him.
Mike Tyson would have beat.
I don't think they're the same category or like the same weight though, are they? Jake Paul and Tyson. Tyson's
Paul
heavyweight, right?
Tyson went up to 2 something, but Tyson is 2 something, but Jake Paul lost a lot of weight for the Nate Robinson fight. He dropped down to 189. So I think his resting weight is around like 220, 215. And so you can find a happy medium there. He could probably go up in weight.
Trying to see if it has right here his weight.
It was 189. I remember that for sure. But he remembered because he was bitching about dropping to it. And what's his name came in at 180. Nate Robinson came in at 180.
I'm looking forward to this.
But my point is, if I think current Mike Tyson could beat Jake Paul or Logan Paul, then I have to think and know that Mayweather could.
Same thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Mayweather would outbox Tyson currently today, still. Like
he just needs to get that one punch.
He just needs to get that one, but you're gonna have to
get
it.
You got one for it.
You gotta get that motherfucker.
Hey, thanks for watching a clip of Fake Deep Thinking. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe, like the clip, leave a comment, and check out our page for more content. Full episodes of Fake Deep Thinking are released every Friday on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. Peace.